Hello everyone. Now we will talk about the quick delivery settings in the dispatcher panel. In the settings, the very first section we have is the general settings. In general settings, the first option is the app code. Basically, if the driver wants to access the driver application after installing the app, the driver will be asked to enter the app code. This app code will be provided by the dispatcher. Alternatively, the driver can also scan the provided QR code, and they will be able to access the driver application directly. Scrolling down, the next functionality is the Login with option. Through this, the dispatcher can manage how drivers log in, whether by email, by phone number, or by both. If both options are selected, that means email and phone number are both mandatory fields for login. Next is the delivery proof type. Here, for example, OTP is selected as the delivery proof. However, the dispatcher can choose to unselect this option if desired. If it remains selected, then additional settings must be configured, whether OTP should be enabled for the first stop, for all stops, or for none, and whether it should be marked as mandatory, yes or no. These choices will also reflect how the OTP functionality behaves. Below that, there are several cards representing platform functionalities, all controlled by toggle buttons in the dispatcher panel. For example, in-app tracking can be enabled simply by switching the toggle on. If the dispatcher wants to disable it, they can turn the toggle off. All these functionalities can be managed this way: show pricing, driver's commission visibility, admin commission visibility, distance visibility, might booking accept, call masking, show customer rating, show driver rating. Allow negative wallet balance, toggle status slider, enable/disable distance check, and allow driver's wallet transfer. Each can be turned on or off by using the toggle buttons. Next, there are some general settings. Date format. Choose the preferred format. Currency. Decide which currency should be used for amounts and payments, like INR. Once selected, all further billing on the platform will appear in that currency. Country code. Select the supported country codes, which will be accepted on the platform. Another option is accept cash with wallet deduction, yes or no. If yes, whenever a driver accepts cash payment for a booking, an equivalent amount will be deducted from the driver's wallet. If set to no, this deduction will not happen. Then there's the map navigation type. Choose whether navigation in the app should be through Google Maps or Waze Maps. Next is the location check distance. This value can be edited by the dispatcher based on preference. Following that is the FCM server key, which must be provided by the client, and the weather API key, which once provided will enable weather integration. Then there is the time before booking moves to active tab in driver app. In the case of scheduled bookings, after a certain set time, the booking will automatically move to the active tab in the driver's app. This timing can be managed from the dispatcher panel. The rest interval specifies how long a driver can remain idle before being marked as resting. If the driver stays on the platform without toggling offline, switches off their phone, or exits the app, after the defined minutes they'll be marked as resting. This value is set from the dispatcher panel. Next is the subscription type. It can be based on wallet amount or on-app usage, depending on how the platform subscription is set. The support email and support phone are also set here. These contacts will be shown to drivers so they can reach out in case of any emergency or issue. Then comes the driver search radius. For instance, if set to 50 kilometers, the system will look for available drivers within 50 kilometers for a booking. This value can be changed, for example, to 20 kilometers. Next is the fleet field, used if there's an external fleet panel. The pop-up sound file name allows dispatchers to specify a sound that plays on pop-ups. The file name is defined from the back end and given to the dispatcher, who then enters it so it plays on the platform. Then there's the time format. Choose between 24-hour or 12-hour format. Below that are the Google API keys needed for different parts of the platform: panel, backend, Android, and iOS. Then comes the wallet notification section. If the dispatcher wants to send a notification about the wallet balance, they can enter the title, message, and wallet limit amount. The message will be sent to drivers based on the configured conditions. Next is the tip configuration. Choose whether tips should go directly to the driver's wallet or into their earnings, and set the admin tip commission to define the admin share from tips. The distance unit can be set to kilometers or miles, and there's also the minimum distance for a ride. For instance, rides can be limited not to exceed 10 kilometers or 100 kilometers, depending on what's set in the dispatcher panel. If any changes are made in this section, just click the Save button, and the updates will apply. This covers everything in the general settings.